Hi, my name is Dr. Forrest Sauer, and I help people fix the root cause of diseases. I've been helping thousands of clients over the past 11 years and not looking to stop anytime soon. And today I want to talk about endometriosis, really what it is, what are some common triggers, and what steps that you can start taking to start fixing the root cause of the disease. And all of this came from last week. I was having a conversation with a client who was struggling with endometriosis. She had been to dozens of doctors, or a lot of doctors, and she wasn't getting a clear answer. The only answer that she was really getting from her doctors was take a pill. And this is very commonplace when people go to the hospitals and clinics and they're using their health insurance. Unfortunately, the doctors, it's not that they don't want to help, they do want to help you, but they're not given the right tools. They aren't given the right tools in their toolbox to actually help fix the root cause of the problem. And therefore, the only answers that they're going to give you, the only answers that they have been educated themselves on is pills and procedures. And that's really the only answers that she was getting. Her doctors were saying, well, you can go on birth control to help manage your symptoms. And that really wasn't even a direction that she wanted to take in the first place. And so she decided, I want to start taking a different road. And she said something that I thought was rather alarming. She said, the root cause or what causes endometriosis is unknown. Well, in my world, that's not true. There's always a root cause in the field of functional medicine, the way that I practice, there's always a cause. You don't have endometriosis just because it's Monday. You don't have a thyroid problem just because it decided to start one day. There's a reason behind it. So if we actually fix the root cause of the problem, then the disease will at least either stop completely or slow down, and you don't have to continue living with the symptoms. So endometriosis, what is it? It's where you have endometrial tissue or reproductive tissue growing outside of the reproductive organs. So you have tissue inside of your uterus, and that's when the uterine tissue grows outside of where it's supposed to be. It can oftentimes grow on your uterus, on the outside of the uterus. It'll grow on the outside of your fallopian tubes, ovaries. And for this particular client, it got so bad that the uterine tissue actually went onto the colon, and she had to go in and have a procedure to have that tissue removed. And while it was removed, it fixed the problem. What was not addressed is how it got there in the first place. And this was really impacting her quality of life. She was having to schedule in pain days with her work, where, because oftentimes with endometriosis, you have low back pain, you have uterine pain, lower abdominal pain, pain all over because of the tissue growing where it's not supposed to be. And so you literally have to schedule your day and your life around when you're feeling good and when you're not. And it can drastically impact your quality of life and make schedules very challenging to keep, and really can eat away at your confidence and actually trying to live your life the way that you want. So, anyways, a little bit about the science breakdown behind how this starts in the first place. First off, it is an estrogen dominant disease. It starts to happen when there's more estrogen inside of the body than there should be. But there's another thing that oftentimes is not properly addressed or even talked about when you're dealing with endometriosis, and that is inflammation. Inflammation plus an estrogen dominance, these two will feed into having the cells outside of the reproductive organs become even more sensitive to the estrogen that is floating around in your bloodstream, stemming the growth of the uterine tissue. That's a little bit complex, so let me go ahead and break that down again. When your body wide, has too much estrogen plus inflammation together, what will happen is those two things, inflammation and estrogen, will stimulate the growth of uterine tissue outside of your body. Most commonly, it is on your uterus and fallopian tubes. And if it gets bad enough, it'll actually move, like in this client's case, to your colon and other areas of the body. And that's where the pain comes from. So that's really the science. So now that we know where it comes from, we need to start adopting a healthy lifestyle that is going to address those two challenges, estrogen dominance and inflammation. So how can we start living a lifestyle that cuts down on inflammation and helps eat away at this high estrogen that we clearly have in our body? And the number one pathway that estrogen will get outside of the body is through your gut, your liver, and your kidneys. Plus, that's true really for both estrogen and inflammation. They get out through your liver. You can think of your liver as the janitor for your body. It helps keep your body clean. Your gut, this is a major place in your body where estrogen gets metabolized or when estrogen gets broken down so that way it can move outside of the body. And inflammation, it needs to move through your kidneys to get outside of the body through urine, but also through your liver. So what causes inflammation? Well, honestly, standard American lifestyle, eating gas station food, eating way too much sugar. If there's soy, dairy, if there's pesticides or preservatives that are in your food, a lot of those chemicals, a lot of the pesticides, insecticides, GMO, dairy, and soy mimic estrogen inside of your body. That's a lot of things. Pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, dairy, and soy all mimic soy inside of your body, and that will help drive estrogen dominant diseases like endometriosis, not to mention PCOS. So that's the deal with endometriosis is we need to now create a lifestyle that is low in soy, dairy. We're eating healthy organic fruits and vegetables so we can at the very least, cut down on the number of pesticides and herbicides. It's not going to completely get away, but because organic stuff is still sprayed with its own stuff. But you have, at least you're doing your due diligence and doing your very best. And then starting to eat high cruciferous vegetables like bok choy, spinach, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. Yes, this is a part of a healthy lifestyle, but these foods, specifically the highly cruciferous vegetables, help your body metabolize and move estrogen outside of the body by naturally replacing the high carbohydrates, sugar, harmful seed oils, soy, and dairy with the cruciferous vegetables and filling yourself up with healthy proteins and healthy fats. That's going to naturally make you satiated and you're going to be able to simply replace calories. Because I don't want to just simply have you eat raw cabbage or raw bok choy because that stuff's nasty in and of it when you eat it raw. So make certain that you eat it and you're cooking it in a way that actually tastes good. So that way you can actually stick with these lifestyle changes. Because if you want to start truly making these lifestyle changes, give your body grace and time to start feeling better. If you simply try the next 2 weeks at living healthy, your body's probably not going to be able to start feeling better in that shorter period of time. Let's just be honest. It's going to take a good 3 months, 6 months, 12 months if we're only doing this with diet and lifestyle. There's other ways, like with vitamins and minerals and other lifestyle changes that you can do to help crunch this time down and speed things up. But if we're looking to only do it through foods, honestly, it's going to take 6 to 12 months for you to start really feeling the benefits is living an anti-inflammatory lifestyle, focusing on the foods that I told you about with the cruciferous vegetables, but also removing the inflammatory foods. If we just kind of half-ass this, well, I'm not saying yes or no with this, but here's what I've seen in the clinic that is true. If we just kind of half-ass some of these lifestyle changes and for 5 days of the week we're eating healthy, but then we go off of the trail and push the wagon in the woods and, really, drink and don't eat healthy on the weekends. Your body just simply doesn't have enough time to recover. This does have to be something that you're consistent with for a good 6 months. So that way your body has the chance to heal. So those are the common things. And really, once you start doing this and the clients that we've been able to help in the past, yes, they are able to lower their estrogen dominance. They're able to decrease the inflammation. We speed things up with specific lifestyle changes that are specific to the person because maybe there's a thyroid problem, maybe there's another hormonal imbalance, maybe they have low iron. We need to look at every single piece and put all these things together because some of the roadblocks that I see people that run into is, let's go and say that you're running into endometriosis. You have endometriosis, but you're still iron deficiency anemic. That's very common in endometriosis clients because with heavy periods, you're going to be bleeding a lot, which leads to your body needing more iron. So oftentimes, if you're drawing iron, you're not replacing iron, that will actually create anemia in the body. And if we have anemia plus endometriosis, your body needs to fix the anemia before it can fix the endometriosis. So there's always stages that you need to take in order to make certain your body's properly equipped to actually heal. And that's why we take very detailed labs with all of our new clients before we get started. Let's clear out all the guessing games. Let's know exactly what your body needs, when it needs it, so that way you can start getting results. I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. If you have any questions that I did not cover, ask them below and share this with someone who needs to hear it as well. My name is Dr. Forrest Sauer, and I'll be chatting with you soon. Bye.